Larry Washington on Coongas. For Philly Friday. That's how we doing it. Welcome to the show. Back again with another episode of S.T.E.M Research Song Tracks, Essential Music. I'm Mike MFN Love, or just Mike Love, but I'm here. How's it going, people? What's happening? Welcome to another episode. It's been a grand. This has been the second week of us back from our vacation hiatus at the end of 2021, and we've come back stronger, more furious in 2022. We got to come up with a catchphrase for 2022, right? And that's not going to be it. Stronger, more furious. Actually, that would be kind of cool. And I say it in that voice every time. Stronger, more furious. Just for no freaking reason. Always feeling good, man. It's Friday. It is, we are celebrating. I think the point I was going to make is that with this being the second week, there have been a lot of it's like Motown Monday, Philly Friday today, and, just making these theme days is kind of cool. 219 Tuesday. So it was Motown Monday, which got moved to Wednesday because we had technical difficulties. We had 219 Tuesday, which I may continue just, spotlighting the Jacksons every Tuesday. And people really love Bad, but like I could not be more off musically in my taste and my love. Let me read some of the, not a comment, but my good friend Lee Johnson, who is also on, he's a stimulator. He jumps into the stimulator chat from time to time when he has time, because he's a record executive, but he loves music. And he was, I posted a couple of days ago on 219 Tuesday that we would be, of course, doing Michael Jackson's Bad and Funny How Time Flies by Janet Jackson. And I'm like, I'm never doing Bad because I can't stand Bad until I'm not, and I did it. But Lee Chicago left a comment, and his comment on IG said, I will not miss Funny How Time Flies, one of my all-time favorite songs, a perfect record. He must have edited that, because I could have swore it just said, or maybe I just can't read and see. But he edit that? He edited that. I will not miss Funny How Time Flies, one of my all-time favorite songs, a perfect record. It initially said, I will not miss this one, one of my all-time favorite songs, a perfect record. And then I replied, Bad, because I wasn't sure. Or maybe you know what? Maybe I'm crazy. And I just can't see. I took my glasses off because it's just been a bad week with, I was just like, man, okay, let me go back to the contacts, because if I go back to the contacts, maybe I'll do a better job of making sure everything is correct on the screen, all the names of the groups and the songs, because, it was just fine up until this week. My sight's just slowly failing me. All right, so we're here. Today we are celebrating the music of Philadelphia. We are celebrating Philly Soul tonight on Philly Friday. We've got two bangers from Philadelphia. Kind of not the start point for Philly Soul, but a very good starting point. Obviously, records had been made in the 1960s on small labels, and, the Intruders had Cowboys to Girls before this record. But this record definitely was the record that kind of made Tom Bell a star. It definitely made him a in-demand producer, arranger. And that would be La La Means I Love You by the Delfonics, which I've been holding on to the stems for a few weeks and wanted to pair it with a Motown record back in December, and I decided against it. And then I was just going to do one stem tonight. And I was like, I've been doing two stems all week. Why not keep the party going? So I was going to do one Philly stem, and it was going to be a PIR, Philadelphia International, and that was going to be Teddy Pendergrass's I Don't Love You Anymore. That was going to be the one. And then I was just got in a mood. I was, like I do. Y'all know I get in the mood, in a musical mood. And I said, let's pair that with the Delfonics. Let's go 68-77. Let's do that. Let's do that. And that's what we're doing. So it is kind of the doors opening for most things Philadelphia. The Delfonics is the group that kind of, to a certain extent, helped to usher in the falsetto vocal group phenomenon that would carry on into the 1970s, or tenor. So it's technically tenor, but it's falsetto to black folks, right? Groups like The Moments, Blue Magic, The Stylistics, of course, Chicago's own Shy Lights. Like, that sound was sweet soul in the late 1960s into the 1970s, way into the 70s, at least the mid-70s, when funk kind of started to take over, and then disco, and then a lot of these groups kind of lost their way, or they had their run. It's not that they lost their way, it's they had their run. Everybody's got their run, and some people's run is like Tom Brady. It's just never ending. And then some people's run is like the Intruders or the Delfonics, short, bright, but with a lot of hits. So the Delfonics, let's start there. And shout out to everybody that is now, like, we are streaming to multiple platforms right now. So I get musical aficionados on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook, because of course on Facebook you touch so many people, like people that would never leave that platform. And that was my reason for leaving Facebook the first time, was like, get your ass over to Twitch. And I was just like, you know what, let me just simulcast the show. So we are simulcasting. I love this. I love the technology. We are, as I said, Twitch is still our home base. Let's go to the webcam. Oh, no. No, let's go to the socials. There we go. That's where we are. We are not live on Cash App. But we are live on Twitter. We are live on IG. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. And we are live on our home base of Twitch. So you can watch STEM Research, Song Tracks Essential Music, the show where we dive deep into the multi-track stems. You can watch this show live on any of those platforms. And you can also watch it. If you miss an episode, you can watch repeats on Twitch, not on Twitch, because we don't play that on Twitch. On YouTube, all episodes are on YouTube and Twitter. All right, Mike MFN Love on all platforms. All right. So let's start with the sweet soul of the Delfonics from the 1960s. 1968 is when the song came out, to be exact. Pooh Poogie Bell on lead vocals, and his brother and good friend round out the trio. So many dope things about this group. They were originally the Orphonics. Their name was changed, possibly by Tom Bell, because Tom Bell is that kind of guy. They were actually, as a group, introduced to Tom Bell by someone who would become his partner. So Tom Bell, of course, is 1/3 of the Mighty Three, which is Gamble, Huff, and Tom Bell. Tom Bell, of course, let me not speak of this man as if you know everything about him. He is a Philadelphia native. His family is from Jamaica, but he is one of the most prolific producers and arrangers of all time. So the Delfonics, of course, the Spinners, he helped to revitalize their careers. The Stylistics, and as I always say, the Fish to Save Pittsburgh soundtrack. I know I just took a mad leap over all of the Philadelphia International records that he arranged and had something to do with. I know. But with Tom Bell, for me, it's the Stylistics first, the Delfonics, and the Fish to Save Pittsburgh soundtrack. Because I'm a Pisces. Hey. Anyway, the Orphonics were actually introduced to a young Tom Bell by Stan Watson, who would go on to eventually own and release the Delfonics music on his label, Philly Groove. But before all of that even happened, Poogie Bell, whose first name is William, and he has a brother named Wilbert. So if your name is William and you've got a brother named Wilbert, guess what? You've got a nickname. And if you're black, you've got a nickname like Poogie. Poogie Bell, man, I love that name. I mean, he goes by William Bell. Like, when you look him up, it's William Bell. But I just love the fact that, like, that's such a black nickname, Poogie Bell. Hey, Poogie. That's so black. Like, we have nicknames, not Pookie. It was probably like Pookie, but it was like, no, Poogie. Pookie? No, Poogie. Poogie. It doesn't matter. This guy played guitar, and when he was initially introduced to Tom Bell, basically was looking for a big break, working as an engineer. What label was that? Cameo Parkway Studios. So he's working as an engineer, just slaving away, but wanting to do his own production. So he's also on the road touring as the arranger for Chubby Checker. So Stan Watson, who's like a street guy, not a producer, not a music guy at all, but wants to, be in the music industry because who doesn't, even in the 1960s? So he knows these five guys, the Orphonics, and he gets the number to the studio, calls Tom Bell, and is like, hey, I want to pay you to listen to these guys sing. Will you do that? And Tom Bell's like, you don't have to pay me. I'll listen to the guys. We'll see what they can do. Tom Bell completely not impressed by the singers of the groups. It's a 5-man group at this point. Poogie Bell, the guy who sings lead on La 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 Means I Love You and writes most of the lyrics for some of their greatest songs, is the guitar player. He does sing, but he's the guitar player of the band. Tom Bell's like, that guy on guitar, let him sing. He sings, hits the tenor falsetto, you dig? And Tom Bell's like, I will work with these guys, with this group, if you have that guy, Poogie. if Poogie sings lead, I'm all in. So, that's it. That's all. I mean, you got a guy that the money guy. I mean, let's be honest, man. Stan Watson is the Gene Griffin of his era. I'm not going to say he's Big Red, my office hours. No, he's not that kind of guy because he doesn't even have a record label. He's the money guy. But Stan's also smart enough to know that he needs to get co-producer credit on everything. So everything that comes out on Philly Groove Records, Stan Watson's name is on it. And he didn't move up. He's not a music guy at all. Like he's the money guy. But again, like Gene Griffin, like so many others, Gene Griffin, of course, is tie-in to the street guy, the guy who actually Gene Griffin did have a label that Teddy Riley was involved in, and Gene Griffin did have some musical acumen. So let's not take anything away from him. All right, back to the story. So the guys cut some records. They do all right locally. Everything's good. They eventually get back in the studio and record what would become La La Means I Love You. And I was listening to the song today because that's what I do when I'm prepping for STEM research. I listen to the songs. And I was like, man, this song is amazing, bro. Like, Poogie Bell, of course, sings lead on all of the Delfonic hit records, to include not just this one, but Ready or Not, Here I Come, You Can't Hide, which was sampled twice in hip hop. It was actually literally physically sampled by Timbaland and Missy Elliott for Missy Elliott's Sock It To You. And it's an incredibly dope sample. Like, if you don't know the original Ready or Not, you would think that Timbaland did a lot of sampling, but he wasn't so sample based that when he would sample, you would think it was original music unless you know the real song. And then you're like, wow, he sampled Ready or Not. And of course, the song was interpolated and covered by the Fugees in their Grand Slam song from the score, also called Ready or Not. Didn't I Blow Your Mind This Time is one of their big songs. That's the song that got him a Grammy. And one of my personal favorites is Hey Love. Not only is Hey Love the title of the album, No, My Brother, You Gotta Get Your Own, like the fabulous Delfonics. Like the Delfonics hole goes very deep. It goes very deep. So Hey Love was the name of that album. Like, this is a fantastic album, brother. Let me borrow it. No, my brother, you got to get your own. From 1980s BET and also used in the movie House Party. But the song is most famously sampled and interpolated by the Notorious Big on the song Player Hater. And when I say they stayed 100% like Mary J. Blige level true to the music, the musicianship, and the lyrics of the song and the feel, like Player Hater might not be your favorite song on Life After Death, but it is one of the coldest low-key songs. So here's some homework if you have never done this. Go listen to Hey Love by the Delfonics, and then listen to Biggie's song that he samples and interpolates it. He does a hell of a job. Yep, Player Hater by the Notorious Big. So this is, like I said, the early days of, like, budgets are pretty low. There's no PIR records. Hell, they barely have a studio to record in because Cameo Parkway, the place where they are recording these records, is tied to a record label that is officially going under. So Cameo Parkway Records, the label, is no more. But they've still got a studio because producers come in and spend money, and the guys that own the label are like, okay, we'll keep the studio open. So fortunately for us, songs like La La Means I Love You. And that's another kind of a tie between the two songs. Not only is it the beginning of the start of what we consider Philly soul, but in 1977, when the Teddy Pendergrass song is released from the Teddy Pendergrass album, that's kind of like a really big change of the guard, like when so many of the arrangers and producers have left to go do their own thing. So La La Means I Love You is a song about, telling, just falling in love and telling a person I love them. Whereas I Don't Love You Anymore, it's like, you see how I'm tying all of that in? You see what I'm doing here? You see how my mind works? I Don't Love You Anymore is a song about, it's all in the title. I don't love you anymore. So, love is a deep felt emotion. My name is Mike Love. All I do is show love. My man DJ Kemet is all about spreading love. So love is what kind of binds us and holds us together or separates us. Hate. So it's kind of good to have a song that is about love and emotional bond. And then there's a song that kind of speaks to where Philadelphia International Records is going. Less than 10 years after this, not only 10 years, they're not even 10 years into the label, because the label started in 71. By 1977, there's a mass exodus, really 75, 76, and then another one in 1977. So I guess the bookends of these two songs, the Delfonics, La La Means I Love You, is about like what love could possibly mean and be. And I Don't Love You Anymore is about like what happens when it all falls apart and shit is over and it hits the fan. So let's dive into the song. It's a classic, our first one. It is a beautiful instrumental, bass by Ronnie Baker, drums by Earl Young, and most of the strings and other instrumentation either by Don Ronaldo or Tom Bell himself, because Tom Bell had to play all of the instruments because he didn't have a budget or any money. So even though, our guy Stan, who would go on to start Philly Groove Records, is not a big time. It's 1960s, bro. He's not a big time hustler. He's not a big time street guy. He's he's not walking around like the Godfather of Harlem or the Godfather of West Philadelphia. All of that would be down the line. So, but musically, incredible track. I love just vibing out. That's what we do on the show. STEM Research is we will dissect the song and you will hear it in ways that you've never heard it before. So you'll hear just the drums, you'll hear just the vocals, you'll hear just the strings, you'll hear the bass and drum and strings, and and then the vocals. But we play the instrumental first, so you can not only vibe out, but listen to and take in the song in ways that you've never heard it, because you're so enamored by the vocal performance. And let's face it, Poogie Bell kills it. He kills it with his Valley. His initial. He invented Valley Girl. That's all. I didn't care. Like I'm like, bro, are you a Valley Girl? Anyway, let's dive into the track. Let's go to Logic Pro and me. All right. It looks like everything is spelled correctly today. All right, we pray. All right, and another good thing about this, there's studio banter in the beginning, and a count in. And you know how much I love a count in. So you could hear, if you listen really close. If you hear really close, you can hear it. There you go. Engineer Joe Tarja. Tarja. Reminds me of like I'm Your Puppet, like just the way the drums sit in the mix. Come on, strings. Drums are strong. Earl Young on drums, y'all. Also, this is a very straightforward 4x4 normal time signatures. Like after this song blew up, our guy Tom Bell just is like, we throwing time signature out the window, and I'm creating time signatures. But this is just regular 4x4. I love, them strings. The strings sound a little behind the beat too. This track go hard, bro. To the bridge. When I say I bring heat on STEM research, man, I bring heat. I bring heat on STEM research. And we need heat in the Midwest. It's cold outside. Even though it's been in the 30s last couple of days, I don't care. It's still cold. Ron Baker on bass. It's real music, y'all. Real music. Rip. All right. So how about this was recorded on a in an 8-track studio. We had not graduated to 24 tracks until Sigma Studios opens, which will be Joe Tarsha's own studio. But as you can see, there is not a lot going on musically. There is bass, drums, and strings. There's no guitar. All of the other beautiful things that will come to define Tom Bell's production. Guitars, other more strings. Just every other instrument, bongos, congos, none of that. Because again, they didn't have money for musicians, so they were using the strength of their relationships with studio musicians. And again, Don Ronaldo is credited with strings on the album, so by the time they're putting into the Philly Groove, which is distributed by Bell Records, maybe there's a little money to pay cats, but when they're recording this record, like, there's no budget. But that shit cranked, bro. Ooh, that was hot. All right. So you heard just how the drums kicked through, and that is courtesy of one of STEM Research's favorite drummers, the now 81, soon to be 82-year-old, my favorite poster on all of Facebook. That would be Mr. Young himself. Earl Young on drums. And like I said, these drums really stick out. So let's. It's something about the way they did drums in the 60s, bro. Like I said, this reminds me of I'm Your Puppet. Like, all of those. That's that 60s reverb. Listen to that verb. There's no separate drum tracks. It's all on one track. Oh, Earl giving us some funk for once. A little ghosty on the drums. Oh, we're vibing to the whole thing. We're not adding any other instruments. We're just a young Earl Young in 1968 on drums. Or is this late 67, released in 68, possibly. Love these drums, bro. I would like to present this drum track to Mr. Earl Young. Just nasty face. Everything else muted. Everything, just drums. Let Earl eat. This is what we do on STEM Research. Mike and MFN Love, Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock Central Time. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We pull back the curtain. We dive into the DNA of the tracks, the multi-track stems. All right? These are the original studio musicians, the original studio tracks. Snare is snapping so hard. Come on. There is a guitar in there. Unless that's the bass. Yeah, there is a guitar. Yep, I hear it. There is a guitar in there. Yep. Norman Harris on guitar, probably. All right, somebody cheated us out of a guitar track. Yep, I hear it. Yep, that's definitely a guitar. Just vibing, bro. Just vibing. Like, I never knew La La Means I Love You was so funky. Like, what? A little banter at the end? Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever they said. All right, let's dive into the bass. That more than likely courtesy of Ronnie Baker, who would go on to be not only 1/3 of Baker Harris and Young, the production team and the group, but just play bass on all of the early Philadelphia International records and all of the South Soul hits that Baker Harris Young produced. So he played bass on all of the Philly groove. First choice, as I was something I forgot to mention. First Choice was on this label. The two most popular groups to come on or to release music on Philly groove was Armed and Extremely Dangerous era, First Choice, and the Delfonics. So Ron Baker played bass on all of those records, all of the First Choice records on Philly groove and the South Soul and all of Lolita Holloway stuff and everything. And just go look him up, all right? We'll get to the vocals. We get to the vocals. We say vocals for last on STEM research because that's where the heat is. That's where you want to go. That's the song. But everything about a hit record is all of the elements. That's a groove, bro. That's a nice pocket-sized groove. I mean, he is in a pocket. And it's a hell of a pocket for 67, 68. Just goes to show you, funky is funky forever. Shout out to the stimulators in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us, being a part of the shows. Shout you out. Y'all know I got you. Big up to the crew. Big up to the people, man. Say John 46, what up? Mr. Majors. To the bridge. one of the more interesting things about Tom Bell, being the Aquarius that he is he would work with a group, get them all hot, and then like, all right, I'm done. So he does that with the Delfonics. He does it with the Spinners. He did it with the Stylistics. Like, he had a time, like, he is no Jammin' Lewis. He's no Jammin' Lewis where he's like, Janet, we're here for you forever. There's none of that. Tom Bell's you got a 3-4 year window with that guy, and he's going to give you the heat. He's going to give you the heat, the hits, and then he's going to be up out of there. So that's exactly what happened with the Delfonics. Their prime years were produced by this man, Tom Bell. Even after one of the members left, and Major Harris, who ended up doing what's the Major Harris song that Luther redid, Love Won't Let Me Wait. Even after Major Harris joined the group, like, they still weren't, I mean, but he wasn't Major Harris then, you know. Love won't make, I mean, everybody's from Philadelphia. All right, let's get into the strings, because the strings are amazing. You know I'm here for strings, bro. There's a whole other string track down there. I'm sorry. We're not supposed to hear vocals. Nasty face. Take a break. Yeah, we got cheated out of the guitar though, bro. What happened? You can hear the guitar. Can you hear that? Boy, I tell you, those slave track guys. Again, we can't find the reel with the guitar, bro. So again, either Don Ronaldo strings or just Tom Bell himself. It's possible. Low budget. Take him to the bridge. Take him to the bridge, Tom. They sound immaculate either way. See, it is behind. It is behind. I'm not crazy. Those strings are behind the beat, man. See, I'm on the one. I'm on the one. It probably happened during, I was like, that's behind the beat. Okay, I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. But I'm sure just transferring from that old tape to Pro Tools, and yeah, I'm sure that has something to do with it. It sounds dope like that though. I'm like, I like it. I like it. All right, it's time for us to jump into Poogie Bell and Randy Kane and his brother Wilbert Hart. Poogie Bell. I'm sorry, Poogie Bell that's isn't he an artist for Funkadelic? Poogie Hart. Poogie Hart. All right, so Poogie and Wilbert Hart and Randy Kane are the original 3 members of the Delfonics, originally the Orphonics. And like I said, these are the guys that opened the door. I'm not saying they started it. I'm not saying they're the first to sing falsetto or tenor. And I'm not saying that, because everything is born from other places and everyone is influenced by other things, but they're the ones that kind of caught fire. And, you know, once a trend starts, then everybody jumps on it. So just like psychedelic soul is a thing, just like falsetto soul or Philly soul is a thing, these guys help to set the trend. Let's back it up. Let's back it up. Let's get into these vocals. I'm excited. Lala means I love you. Like, just the hook, bro. This is like one of the craziest hooks. Like, the words, this is one of those, the words in between the hook are nice, but the hook is so strong. Oh my God, the hook is strong. I love hooks like this.
Many guys have come to you with a line that wasn't true, and you passed them by.
Come on,
Though
backgrounds.
you're in the center ring, and their lines don't mean a thing, why don't you let me try? Now I don't wear a diamond ring. I don't even know a song to sing. All I know is la 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 la.
He said that. Like, he got you ready for that hook. Shout out to my man. I'm sorry. I'm going to take it back. I just like the pen on this. Like the pen, the build, because he was writing songs. Poogie Hart was writing songs before, when they were forming the Orphonics and then the Delfonics, he was writing songs. So he had a bunch of songs ready. And when they jumped on Tom Bell's production and his words, incredible marriage. So let's go back. I just love, it's not filler. Like the vocals, the words aren't filler words, but he's like, hey, just a poor man. I don't have much, but I do have love. Like, girls love that initially. And then they want money, right? After a while, come on. Like, I met you, you were poor, but, do something with yourself, right? He said, I don't even have a song to sing. Oh, but I have a hook. Boom. All right, man, let's take it from the top. Let's go, band.
Many guys have come to you with a line that wasn't true, and you passed them by. Though you're in the center ring, and their lines don't mean a thing, why don't you let me try? Now I don't wear a diamond ring. I don't even know a song to sing. All I know is la 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 la
Come on.
La 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 means I love you.
Love it so far. Verse 2.
If I ever saw a girl that I needed in this world, you are the one for me.
Man, you could.
One for me.
Oh, man.
Let me hold you in my arms, girl, and fill you with my charms. I'm sure
not fill you with my
will
charms.
see. You will see. The things I am saying are true, and the way I explain them to you. Listen to me, la 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 means I love you. Oh, baby, la 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 means I love you.
So my OGs that were like around when this was, I was 2 when this was out. I mean, but my OGs know that this is like Blue Lights in the Basement. Like this is push up on a girl, make it happen music. Like music was just different. It was cut different.
The things I am saying are true, and the way I explain them to you. Yes, to you. Listen to me, la 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 means I love you. Oh, you have to understand now. La 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 means
Come on.
I love you. Come on and take my hand, yeah. La 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 la.
Ooh-wee.
I love you. Baby, 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 baby. La 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 me.
Let the tape keep rolling.
I love you. Yeah. La 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 la.
It's faded on the record by now.
I love you.
Sweet soul.
La 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 la. I think we can skate on that. Yeah.
Y'all know I love the M banter. I think we could skate on that one. Like skate, like actual skate, roller skate, or like, man, I am a sucker for a hook. And this song, I'm a sucker for a strong hook, like a timeless hook. Dude said, bro, he snapped with the pen on this one. Didn't I blow your mind this time? Ready or not? Like these guys. The fire burned hot. The flame burned short and hot. But it burned, man. I love this song, man. It's incredible vocal performance. I'm not going to keep going back to it because if I keep going back, I'll sit here and play this song all night. Do it, bro. Do it. Nope, because we got a second song to get to. It's the differences in the whole Philly sound, man. It's incredible. Boy, that is an incredible record. I hope you guys appreciate that. I hope you do, because this is the kind of music that I like to present. I think people see the songs and they're like, ooh, well, I mean, I love you. That old song. You don't play that on STEM Research. Don't you have some rap? You got some 90s R&B. No, these songs are the essence, man. The essence. But let's take a break. Let me take a break. Let me go cool off. Let me go get a drink of water. Something nice. Something cool. Let's all cool off. Let's all take a break. We'll come back with more Philly soul. This time, Philadelphia International Records. Some TP, Teddy Pendergrass, on the other side. S.T.E.M research. Mike and MFN Love. Let's take a break. How long is he gonna take the break, bro? Come back, man. Come back. S.T.E.M Research is the show. My name is Mike Love, or Mike and MFN Love. I'm Mike and MFN Love on all the socials. Mike at Mike and MFN Love. It's hoodie season, and we spell season, of course, S-Z-N. So I got one of my throwback hoodies from a few years ago. This was like Black Panther era, with the all red with Africa on the front, and it says Lost Tribe and Killmonger on the back. But I'm not turning around for you to see the back. We are here to play stems on a Friday. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to the people that are discovering the show. We will be on all of the social media platforms streaming live until they kick us off. So, damn, we're not on Bandcamp, but I do have music on Bandcamp. That's why the Bandcamp logo is there. That's the very first one. So I haven't put out any new music in 2 months, but still selling tracks. So go to my Bandcamp page and stream some music, listen for free, or buy some stuff. I'm never like going super hard on subscriptions and paying money for doing anything, because I generally am cheap. But if you would like to subscribe, feel free. Shout out to D. Nairi, who sent some dough via Cash App. Like, just some love for STEM research. I appreciate it. She spent enough money. It was like 5 or 6 subscriptions worth. It was like a 6-month subscription, but she sent the money. Either way, the money's the money. So thank you. Subscribe on YouTube for absolutely nothing. Just go to my YouTube page and hit subscribe and ring the bell. Do like they say in all those videos. Ring the bell. Or you can also subscribe on Twitch as well. That's a bit of a fee, but it helps keep the show going and keeps me motivated. Nothing's motivate. I'm like Mr. Krabs. Nothing motivates me more than a little money from time to time. Okay, I'm not like Mr. Krabs because everything is about money for him, and I'm not like that. All right, let's continue with the show. STEM research on a Friday night. It is Philadelphia Friday. Philadelphia Friday. I love, love, love ya. We started out in Cameo Parkway Studios, and we are ending the night in Sigma Studios. And as I was saying earlier on the show, a bit of a shakeup in less than 10 years. And these guys went from just scratching the surface trying to get hit records to multi-gold, platinum records flying out left and right, like more hit records than they knew what to do with. And with money, more problems. Biggie told you, people don't really believe that, right? Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to have more money than they can imagine. But let me tell you something. First of all, there's more taxes, more money, more taxes. That's a problem. The government's got their hand out like, all right, we need our cut. And then your family and friends got their hands out or looking for help or assistance or something, So that could be a problem. And then you have haters. And all of these things, success breeds contempt to a certain degree as well. So somebody's making a lion's share of the money and somebody else is not. Let's look at this song that we're going to play, I Don't Love You Anymore by Teddy Pendergrass, which is from his debut solo album. Obviously, he had been recording for Philly International since damn near the beginning as a member of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Their first album and the OJ's first album were the albums and the projects that kind of broke through and made Philly International what they were. So by 1976-77, when Teddy's like, I'm leaving the group, I'm out of here, I'm going solo, there's a little bit of no uncertainty from Gamble and Huff. These guys are certain that they can write songs and put bands together and make things happen. But you've had a mass exodus of the core members of the MFSB, which is Baker, Harris, and Young. They're out of there, or at least they're not. And even they are, but they're not, right? According to printed and according to the story as it has been told, Baker Harris Young left in 1975, never to record for Philly International again. But just recently, on his Facebook page, Earl Young said he played drums on You'll Never Find by our guy Lou Rawls, and that record came out in 76. Somebody's lying. And I don't think it's Earl Young. So there might have been some peeking back in and out. Let me go get this check. I don't know. Either way, that rhythm section, the heart of the rhythm section left, and one of the gentlemen who was one of the main arrangers. Now, Tom Bell was an arranger early, but he wanted his freedom. He never wanted to get tied down to Philly International, and he never did. On the other hand, Bobby Martin, who would end up doing incredible things with LTD and who else was the Manhattans. Like, he wanted to produce because he was only getting $300 per arrangement. So just imagine you arranged all of or half of the Teddy Pendergrass album. This was like eight songs. You arrange. They give you $300. $300 per arrangement, and no credit on no points, no nothing. So he's like, I want to produce. So he was out of there. So even though he actually arranged this song, which came out in 1977, by 1977, he had already arranged LTD's big debut hit, Back in Love Again, and continued to work with them down the line, even though they were kind of going back and forth between the Mizell brothers. Well, it wasn't their it wasn't their debut, but it was their big chart hit. So, Back in Love Again, that was. And of course, the Manhattans, Kiss and Say Goodbye, and all of the classic songs that they actually recorded those in Sigma Studio as well. So let's dive into the song with the all new band. Roland Chambers on guitar. Who else? Sugar Bear Foreman on bass. No longer Ronnie Baker. Charles Collins on drums. Our good friend Larry Washington still playing bongos. He's still for hire. He's not going anywhere. Gamble and Huff on the pen, and Teddy Pendergrass on lead vocals. So we'll start out with the music. Just vibe out to MFSB. The music, horns and strings are credited to MFSB, and why not? That's just more money for Gamble and Huff. So let's vibe out. I Don't Love You Anymore. All right, let me switch my screen. Let me switch to my Logic Pro screen. There we go. Teddy Pendergrass. Everything spelled right. Pendergrass. Teddy, I Don't Love You Anymore. That's the name of the song. Let's start out with the hot instrumental, and then we'll work our way through the instruments. That is what we do on the show that we call STEM Research.
Two. One, two, three.
Forgot Leon Huff on piano. Huff. It's gonna give you a piano riff, baby. Any piano you hear on these records, Leon Huff. Dexter Wanzel, Ron Have Mercy Kersey on synth organs. Come on, strong. This song was the very first single that Teddy Pendergrass released as a solo artist. I forgot to say that in the setup. Teddy Pendergrass's first single, solo single, is I Don't Love You Anymore. It went to number 5, top 5 black. Just missed out on the top 40 at number 41. Coming in at number 41 on the charts. Just outside of the top 40. Casey's just missed the top 40. Now you might notice some similarities to a Jackson 5 song, or excuse me, a Jackson song released a few years later, and that is by design. This is basically Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. Michael Jackson himself has said they absolutely stole the groove from I Don't Love You Anymore for Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. The same Jacksons who were produced by Gamble and Huff when they came out the gate and they signed to Epic Records. So a little bit of a nod. Oh, no credit. Don't get me wrong. No credit. Gamble and Huff weren't credited on the record. They're just, you know, like we stole the groove from them. Those are guys. Come on, horns. Let's go. So yes, Shake Your Body Down to the Ground musically is based off I Don't Love You Anymore by Teddy Pendergrass. Nose is stop snorting all that cocaine. Stop your snorting, bro. Nice. All right, there it is. All in its 6-minute glory, 6 minutes or so. That is I Don't Love You Anymore. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, the song says it all. The title of the song says it all. I Don't Love You Anymore. You know, again, it spoke to a general feeling and a general vibe around Philadelphia International Records around the time that this record is recorded. It's not just Teddy Pendergrass singing about, a lost love or not being in love anymore. It's like, hey, everybody's out of here. Tom Bell, who had lived in Philadelphia, his wife at the time got really sick. And the doctors told him that they had to leave Philadelphia and move to Seattle. So no more Tom Bell, like right around the corner to do some arrangements or anything, writing or something. He's in Seattle now. Like I said, Bobby Martin out. And a good part, no, just Baker Harris Young, because all the rest of those guys, Bobby Eli, Larry Washington, Roland Chambers, they all continued to play. They were freelance. They were studio musicians. Why would I want to miss out on some studio work? Like, hell yeah, PIR is still paying. TJ Tendo, I'm sure. I'm still playing guitar. All right, let's jump into the drums.
1, 2, 3.
So Charles Collins on drums on this heater. So this will not be Earl Young on drums. And that's fine, because Charles Collins does a hell of a job keeping the groove. Nice. Easy on that hi-hat. He's like, I'm not Earl Young, and I'm not here to pretend to be Earl Young. I'm Charles Collins, and I am doing my own thing, sir. It's a groove, though. It's a Friday night groove, baby. This is the album that gave you this is the first single, I Don't Love You Anymore. You Can't Hide From Yourself is the first song on the album. The More I Get, The More I Want is on this album, and the whole town's laughing at me. So, and a few filler songs. But, 3 quality up-tempo songs, man. 3 memorable songs from Teddy Pendergrass's musical output. Come on, Charles. Heavy drums on this one. Heavy foot. I like it. And that's one of the things I notice about this song. It's like, it's not your straight 4-on-4. Uh-oh. Give us a little hi-hat. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We appreciate the hats. We'll take those hats. Nice miking of the drums. Okay. All right. Give him a little breakdown, Mr. Charles Collins. I like this. See, I know the breakdown, but just to hear it like this. Come on with the rim shot. Everything all in now. Okay. All right. Charles's drums ended. I wasn't ready. All right. Let's find the bass. Where's the bass? There it is. Let's find the bass line in this record. Oh, let's go back to the beginning of the track. How about we do that? All right. Bass courtesy of Michael Sugar Bear Foreman, who's taken over as one of two of the main bass player. You know, you can't just have one guy. Bass in those days handled by Sugar Bear or Jimmy Williams. Get a little Larry Washington in there. All right, let's STEM research it out. Hey, somebody said we need more cowbell. Throw a little Roland Chambers in there on guitar. Come on, Roland. Roland's an OG's, been there since the beginning. He's a studio musician. Nice. Second guitar, or lead guitar, I should say. Dennis Harris, no relation to Norman Harris. No relation. All right, let's take Sugar Bear out. Let's let the guitars play. Breakdown. Bass. My man Larry Washington still giving us that I love music-esque. He's giving us the same congas every time out, but we love it. We love it, Larry. We love it, bro. I love me. Oh, wrong song. Uh-oh. Come on, tambourine. I like the groove. So we have guitars, bass, tambourine, congas. We got so many more instruments to get to. Trust me. This is just the groove for right now. You see it on the screen. Teddy Pendergrass, PIR, Friday. Philly Groove. It is Philadelphia Friday. Nice, but I think we can find grand piano. So we have Mr. Huff of Gamble and Huff on grand piano. Let's start there. Let's start out with piano and let's build from there. Let's see where Mr. Huff decided to go with this. Oh, that's definitely. Interesting. He ain't jiving, he's jamming. Leon Huff, ladies and gentlemen, on piano. Come on, Rhodes. Electric piano courtesy of Dexter Wanzel, Victor Kostarfin, Ron, Have Mercy, Cursing. Nice. Come on, Rose, filling it in. All right, let's take Huff out. Let's let the electric piano eat. That's the deep house piano right there. I mean, you got your piano, your grand, giving Marshall Jefferson vibes, but nothing like these Rhodes, man. Nothing. Let's get Huff back in there. Give him some. Ooh-wee. Nice stick. Stimulators, mount up. Shout out to the stimulator chat. Thank you. Thank you for always being here, being a part of the show. And thank you to everyone that is jumping in the chat on Facebook. Thank you and big up to the chatters on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Mike, MFN Love. Getting nasty on a Friday night. Just in a groove. Oh, you going to church? That's how you feel? Rose took a little break. I love this. Love it. Okay. What do we have left instrument-wise? We have strings and horns, trombones, and trumpets. So let's get into it. Get into it. Let's see what the horns and the strings do.
Dude. Maybe Gamble should move in a little bit. I'm sure.
Keep on to the force. Don't. Oh, the Jacksons bit so hard. They just said to the force don't. All right, that's it. This guy's like, I don't love you anymore, and he's like, no, don't stop till you get enough. To the force don't. Force has got a lot of power. You know, Michael and the Force, boy. Ooh. It's a Star Wars thing. I wonder if Michael and the brothers at least called Gamble and Huff and were like, "Yeah, we're gonna jack your song." I love that Teddy Pendergrass. I love that. Can we use it? Yeah. I mean, what's Gamble gonna say? Like, what's he gonna say? It's the '70s. Yep, that's the next year, 78. Produced by the Jacksons. They did not waste time. Real straightforward for the horns and the strings on this one. I'm a little surprised. Okay, there we go. Let's take the strings out. Trombones. Trumpets alone. Oh, okay. Such a shake your body. Oh, shake your body down to the ground is such a bite. Oh, Michael. At least put Gamble and Huff's name in the credits. At least. Did not happen. Didn't happen. All right. The horns and strings took a break. Let's go to the big finale. Trombones. Don Ronaldo and his orchestra. No vibes on this. Oh, that's another guy who left and didn't come back. Vince Montana. Yeah, Vince Montana didn't play on anymore. So no more vibes for you. Putting out this Salso Christmas album with my daughter singing lead. What? All right, bro. You say so. Well, a little jingle jangle bang banjo at the end. All right, it is vocal time. We have gone through all of the musical elements. It is time for the lead vocals, the backgrounds, all vocals by Teddy Pendergrass on this one. I think normally we would have the Sigma Sweethearts. Sigma Sweethearts took a break on this one. They sang on some of the other songs on the album. Definitely sang on The More I Get, The More I Want, and You Can't Hide From Yourself. But do they sing on this? Well, let's play the track and find out.
I don't don't love you anymore.
All right, so there we go. There's the lead vocal. Let's strip it down to the background and see, are there ladies on this?
I don't love you anymore. I don't love you anymore. No, not like before.
It's definitely somebody. It's somebody. They've gone on record to say that, I mean, obviously, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes only sang, the entire group only sang on The Love I Lost, the song The Love I Lost. Other than that, it was Gamble, Bell, Bunny Sigler, and a couple of other people singing backgrounds. All right, so here we go, lead and backgrounds. Sound like some.
I don't love you anymore.
Sound like some women spicing.
It's just that simple. No, not like before. Said a shame, dirty shame, yeah.
Come on, Teddy.
We can't work it out. No, not this time.
He's talking about the label mates.
We can't be together. We can only be friends. You gotta respect each other. You gotta relate to your lover.
Truth.
It could never be like it was before. You don't know what I'm talking about, that I don't love you anymore. It's just that simple.
A goodbye letter from Teddy.
No, not like before. Said a shame, dirty shame, yeah. I'll take care of my responsibilities.
Uh-oh.
I'll send you your money. Every month you can depend on that.
Let's back it up. Teddy Pendergrass playing child support and says nothing about seeing his child. I'll send you your money, or maybe it's spousal support. That wasn't even really a thing in the 70s. Most guys that grew up without a father, waves at camera, never heard, saw from their father. Like, when I say grew up without a father, I mean people still grow up without fathers nowadays. Absent fathers is like, I don't know, like water and fresh air. Like it happens, right? So just for someone to be like, I'll take care of my responsibilities, I'll make sure I send you the check. Like in 77, bro, like that didn't really start popping till like the 90s. But you know, hey, shout out to Teddy for doing the right thing. I just caught that for the first time in my life.
Said a shame, dirty shame.
All right, let's take two. Let's do it again.
I'll take care of my responsibilities.
What a guy.
I'll send you your money. Every month you can depend on that. You can better believe that you can. But we can live together.
We can't live together.
This way will be much better.
Knowing Huff, I mean, that Gamble, he's probably writing like something that's really happened in his life. Like, oh my God.
Cause you see, you'll never know. You see, you'll never know where I'm coming from. You see, that I just got to tell you that I don't love you anymore. It's just that simple. You don't believe, baby. No, not like before. Said a shame, dirty shame, yeah. Come on. I don't love you anymore. You don't believe. You just don't believe that. No, not like before. Not like before.
Come on,
I
Teddy.
just got to tell you, I don't love you anymore. We can work it out. No, not like before. You see, I gotta leave. I don't love you anymore.
but I bet you I'll take care of my responsibilities.
Okay, all right. So we're finally getting into that space that I love. When we do a Teddy Pendergrass song, it's like Teddy just going off on a tangent. So when that happens, we have to take out the background vocals so we can appreciate his lead and his ad libs. All right, let's do it.
I just got to tell you, we can work it out. You see, I gotta leave, but I bet you I'll take care of my responsibilities. I'll send you your money. You can believe.
What a guy.
Got to pack my bags and leave.
Said nothing about seeing his child. Oh,
You got it.
so 70s. You'll get money,
You got it.
but I won't be involved. Oh.
You blew it.
You blew it.
You blew it. You got it. You got it. Can't stand it, baby.
Hey, come on, Ted.
We can be together. We can make it
All right,
together.
time to go to church.
No. No.
It's time for some church. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of STEM research. We are headed to the church of Mr. Theodore Pendergrass. We give him a little Rhodes. We give him a microphone. We take out the backgrounds.
See?
We let him do his thing. Let's go to church.
Can't make it. Can't make it. I tried and I tried and I tried. Say I tried. Say I tried. I tried being your man. Tried doing everything that I can. But we can make it. But we can make it. We just can't make it. We just can't make it. Maybe someday.
I love it.
When
Church.
we get our heads together. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Maybe we could try hard again, man. Try hard to make it. But right now,
Come on with the doubles.
seems that the love is gone. The love is gone. I got to tell you, baby, I don't love you anymore. No, not like before.
Preach.
Oh,
See? Even give me a little preachers.
no.
Come on, Teddy.
I don't love you like I did. I don't love you like I did. I don't love you. I don't love you. I don't love you. I don't love you. I don't give you any.
All right. Hold on. Let's back up. All right, so he's got two different things going on. He's got the lead harmony track, which is like a background harmony. It's not even a harmony. It's just an ad-lib track, and then the lead vocal one. All right, so let's take out the lead vocal one because he's interrupting himself, and we don't want to do that.
I don't love you like I did. I don't love you like I did. I don't love you. I don't love you. I don't love you. I don't love you. I don't love you anymore.
Come on.
No, not like before. Wow.
Nice. This is
I
fucking.
can't make it.
This is fucking crazy, bro. This is crazy. Hold on. I'm in my DJ bag now. All right. Shout out to the DJs who watch on all the platforms as well. This is in the DJ bag.
Oh, Lord.
Just that hi hat, bro.
Try hard to make it. But right now, love is gone. No.
It's Friday night. We got to do it.
No.
Teddy will just keep going on. All right, so we stripped away that background vocal, the lead vocal, I should say. So now let's put the lead vocal back in. Let's leave those elements, and let's put that Rhodes back in there again.
I hope that you'll find somebody that can give you what you need. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't love you like before. No, no, no.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I love it. This was a 4 minutes, 4 minutes and some change song on the album. So a lot of those lyrics that you just heard did not make the record, and you're hearing them for the first time. And that's what makes STEM research special. I Don't Love You Anymore. The lead off single. Can you believe that? That was the lead single from Teddy Pendergrass's first album. Written and produced by Gamble and Huff, arranged by Bobby Martin. On his way out the door, Roland Chambers and Dennis Harris on guitar. Ron Have Mercy Kersey and Dexter Wanzel on keys. Sugar Bear Foreman on bass. Charles Collins on drums. Larry Washington on bongos and congas. And Mother, Father, Sister, Brother on strings and horns. It is Philadelphia Friday, wrapping it up. Thank you to everybody that has been a part of STEM research this week. We do this show together. It is a labor of love. The stimulators, the people in the chat, of course, talking about nothing but great things musically, about the things that they hear, and of course, setting me straight on things that I might not know about. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for catching everything that I miss, and thank you for being a part of what we do. Let's get out of here. It's been great, but it's time to go. So I got to send shout outs as we head on out the door. Shout out to our stimulating chat. Thank you. Thank you is everything, man. Thank you for rocking with me with Philadelphia Friday. Shout out to Teddy Pendergrass, rest in peace. And shout out to the Delfonics. La La means I love you. We had 2 great stems tonight. We had a great week of stems. Capricorn's Cave 80. My man LJ, thank you for supporting the show. D. Nairi, thank you. Appreciate the sub money. DJ Cirquette, thank you. Dragoon Knight 5515, thank you. Eastern 001, thank you. Elliot Range, thank you. Miss Chris 7, thank you. Miss Saima, thank you. Mr. Ton, thank you. Miss Shanita, thank you. Mr. Majors, thank you. Ray Llanos, the original DJJU Ice, thank you. Say John 46, thank you. Shalice R. Simsay 08, Shaggy Nice, Tiz Cloud, Virgo Pros, and everybody else in the chat. Everyone who was lurking, everybody on Facebook and YouTube that I can't see, and the people on, and guess what? I can't see everybody on Twitch either. I just realized that. Like, people be in the chat, be like, how is your name not in people who are lurking in the chat right now? We'll be back Monday with more stems. I'm going to get some rap stems in next week, man, somehow, some way. Have yourself a great weekend. Bundle up if you're in the Midwest. We broke 30 degrees, man. And it felt like a freaking heat wave. So Enjoy yourself. Have a good one. Class is dismissed.